So now I want to talk to you about fear because I know a lot of people back in the States are getting very anxious, getting scared, and maybe it's not so much a fear of the virus as it is just the new regulations that are coming down. And the same thing happened here in Rome too. They're very slow to close certain things down, and then things start happening quickly. Um, and so that's kind of what's happening in the States. And, finally, Italy just said enough, total lockdown. You can only go to grocery stores and pharmacies and churches. Um, and so I just want you to know you're probably going to start seeing a heavier police presence, maybe even a military presence. We're pretty used to that here in Rome and pretty much all of Europe. We see a lot of soldiers on the streets at um, major sites and things like that. And it's one of the first things people say to me when they arrive in Rome. Even people that have a lot of guns at home and love them, they get to Rome and they see soldiers at the airport with automatic rifles pointing straight out, so they're not even like holstered, and they're a little taken aback by that. So you might start seeing more things like that in America. And it's important to remember that we are not the enemy, it's the virus. And so it's not that you're losing your freedoms, it's that the police and the military are going to start making sure that people stay home so that we can all be protected. And I know that, some people might think that that is taking away your freedoms, but it's not. We're all on the same team here. I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's one of my closest friends, and we actually couldn't be more opposite. He is an atheist and an anarchist. So he pretty much disagrees with everything the government does, but he is totally on board with this. In fact, he said, sometimes the government gets things right. And he also mentioned that just because something is mandatory doesn't make it a bad thing. So mandatory restrictions in this case can be a good thing. So something that's kind of helped me over the last few days thinking about what's going on is that we are all in this together. So it's not something that's happening just in a town that few people have heard of, Wuhan in China, or in Italy. This is worldwide, and that's definitely not a good thing that it's worldwide. But at the same time, we're all here for each other. We can all look out for each other, share our experiences. We're all going through something together. And so we're not alone in this. And for me, that gives me a little comfort. I'm kind of thinking too about the movie Independence Day. Remember that from a long time ago, the Will Smith movie? I don't completely remember the whole movie, but spoiler alert here, the humans win against the aliens in that movie. And I think there's a scene near the end where everybody's cheering together all around the world. And I think that that's what we're going to see here eventually, that everybody's going to come together and we're going to be embracing, when we can touch each other again, and be happy that we've gotten through this. Now, it's not going to be easy. A lot of people have died and a lot of people will die, and there'll be a lot of suffering. But in the end, everything's going to be okay. So try not to let fear get you down. Try not to panic. Stay calm. Listen to the authorities. Listen to common sense and reason. And that's it. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay faithful. Everything's going to be okay.